All right.
And we're back in the C block of the Media Virus podcast. And buckle in tight because we've got 9 minutes and 18 seconds of Just the Tips, number 45. Just the Tips with Stanley McFadden.
Now that a lot of ladies that follow me, so this is for the ladies. What I want you to do is the next time your partner is going down there, I want you to get him to put one hand on your pelvis. The other hand, this hand, the free hand, is going to be, you're going to use his fingers.
You know what? Wait a minute. I just realized something. I need a moment to recoup because we're not going to do 45. I think I was right before. We're going to do 44, just like I said before, because I think he put that video at the top end of everything, of all of these, because he did say he was going to do a series. So bear with me just a moment while I get us ready. And we'll do it this way. We'll do it live. May put a green bar in it, and I'll get all hateful and mean, but you know what? The download won't take that long. Boom. Let's do it. Download it anyway. Not that one. Cancel that. This is such a pain. 44. There. That one. Come on. There we go. Download. Ding, dang, ding. Talk amongst yourselves, gentlemen. But not for too long.
We all turned our shit down. We're sitting here waiting.
I know.
I just figured this is pointless because you're going to cut up to the intro anyway.
I'm not now. I'm leaving the warts on this one.
All right.
I'm talking through it and talking about it. But I remembered he said I'm going to do a series. I didn't think he was going to put that guy's video at the beginning of every one.
Well,
but he did.
I guess that's what we're dealing with then, because that also makes it very, very difficult for us to know which one we've.
Yes, because I usually only go into the first few seconds.
Right, to check it, because we don't remember what we did last week.
Oh, God forbid they should, label it with like numbers and stuff.
Well, they are, but I thought that. I thought I lost track of numbers somewhere.
Right.
But I didn't. Just a second. Come on. Oh, come on. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. So here it goes. Just the Tips, number 44. Just the Tips with Stanley McFadden.
Now that a lot of ladies that follow me, so this is for the ladies. What I want you to do is the next time your partner is going down there, I want you to get him to put one hand on your pelvis. The other hand, this hand, the free hand, is going to be, you're going to use his fingers, and they're going to go, you know what I mean? And what he's going to do is he's going to put him in a Spider-Man function, just like that. And then, while that's happening, I want him to make sure there's a pillow underneath that's already raised your hips, so put it underneath your lower back. And then, what I want to do is either get like one of these ties or a t-shirt or a blindfold to make you blindfolded. And then, what I want him to do is obviously use his mouth and his tongue at the same time. And then, for like extra bonus, if you want and you feel safe and you feel comfortable and you consent to it, get him to give you, either headphones or noise-cancelling headphones or earplugs to like block out the sound. Get him to do it all at the same time. And he can switch out between his fingers and toys and stuff like that. By the way, one little mess, I'm farm life. Let me know if you try this, and trust me if you do it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the Media Virus Podcast. It is I, the one and only Big Daddy, Big Dick Professor of Big Dickology from the U of V, bringing at you another episode of Just the Tips. Tonight's episode 44. Tonight's episode is part 2 of the series from all that bullshit that dude was talking about. Tonight, it's going to be the combination of pelvis and pussy. So last week, we were talking about putting her hips underneath, or on top of, rather, a pillow. Putting a pillow underneath her hips to give greater exposure to her hips and all the goodness that lies within. So this one is about pussy pelvis. So the sensitivity of a woman's vagina. She is super sensitive in a far greater area than we assume. Clitoris is not just the man on the boat. It's actually more wishbone shaped. And being wishbone shaped, it's large. See, we only see that part that sticks out, and then it comes like that. All right, maybe I can... Fuck it, don't matter. The point is, when you are getting ready to please that woman, if you are deep dicking her and you place a hand on top of her pelvis or her pubic mound, wherever the hair is, and you push down gently, don't, you're not trying to, I don't know, fucking flatten pancakes, you're not trying to make a smash burger. What you were trying to do is you were trying to make the inside portion of her clitoris press down onto your dick as you're thrusting in and out. So as you're thrusting in and out and you are stimulating from the inside this top part of the clitoris and you're pushing down from the outside, you're increasing the surface area of the nerve endings that you're hitting with your dick. That's the whole point of pushing down on the pelvis. So that's something that you can try. You can try it when you're slow thrusting. It doesn't work as well if you're jackhammering, and it's not going to work from every position. But if you're doing something that is slow and more rhythmic and more sensual, then this is a good time for that one. You can push on different spots to see how she responds to it and pay attention to how she responds. Just tip. Even though this is just the tip's not the point, make sure that you're not pushing on her bladder. Make sure that she pees before y'all have sex. You should be peeing afterwards, but that's more for avoiding UTI, but that's not the point. Make sure that you're pushing not on her bladder so that you don't end up getting pee everywhere. Or if you are going to get pee everywhere, lap that shit up like a cat. Not the point. Push down on the pelvis as you're doing a slow, deep dicking. Increase the surface area of the nerves that your dick is touching as you're hitting that bitch. That can increase her sensitivity and a better feeling for both y'all. It'll give her a tighter fit for you. Now, while you're doing that, if you are not fucking her at the moment, you can use your fingers like Spider-Man. So instead of just kind of going in like that, some women like one finger, some like 2 fingers, some like 3 fingers, some like 4, or a fist. However the fuck, this video is about the Spider-Man, all right? So you're going to take those fingers, you're just going to use the 2, like Spider-Man, all right? This is the hand position that we're going for. Like, we're trying to just flap. By the way, the Spider-Man hoe, that's when you jerk off and nut in your hand and flap, right in that bitch's face. That's a Spider-Man. Anyway, put them 2 fingers in, and you're going to do the come here. All right, that's how they end up calling it a Spider-Man, because of that hand position. Make sense? All right, so you can try this, and as this part here is again hitting the underside of that the wishbone that is a clitoris, and your hand is holding down that pelvis, then you're increasing the surface area of the parts of the clitoris that you're touching. Stimulating. It's greater stimulation. It's going to cause some new sensations. So if you're going to do that and finger her while you're inside and push down on the pelvis with the other, that's a two-handed technique, and your hands are free to do whatever you want to with it. If your titties is long enough, then you can, suck on a titty while you're doing all this. If not, you can just watch that bitch feel good. Try it out. Two-handed technique. You can break it down into one hand on the pelvis as you're deep dicking her, just playing with the fingers. Or if you're not inside of her, you can just do the two-handed with the fingers. You can also do that while you're licking her clitoris. So if you're licking her clitoris and fingers are inside and you're pushing down, all right, try that shit out. Let them know Stanley sent you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Media Virus Podcast, episode 44. Just the tips. Big Daddy out. Happy fucking.
Was it Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four? It had this real stretchy. Because I mean, just like to put one hand here, and have your face there, laying flat on your, like, that's a very difficult position for a human being to be in. Well, me as a human being to be in.
Yeah, I think he was saying something like this.
like Zoidberg from Futurama. So, and I guess we're going to get into, we got real talk with the boys, or we got some TikTok nonsense?
We're doing real talk with the boys this week.
Doing real talk with the boys this week.
Yep.
Something tells me I sent over some tasty reels.
Well, this week's reels are going to be very specific to Instagram, because we've got it set up so that we've got a place for Instagram reels to go and a place for Facebook reels to go. They don't go to the same place, which I was unaware of until I went to look for them today. But I did grab this crop of reels that we can.
Well, I don't use Instagram, so these are
These are probably from me and Pete. So let's see what we've got here.
Where's the butthole?
I'm sorry, what?
How would it poop?
What does it doesn't, it's truck nuts. It doesn't poop.
Everything poops, Dan.
You're telling me something with balls that big don't poop?
It doesn't make sense.
What? What? It's a truck. It's nuts on a truck. It's truck nuts.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I understand the balls, since the truck is obviously a penis metaphor.
I've never personally seen a big ol' swinging pair of balls from behind.
Those are a model of pizza.
Out a nice little butthole up top to complete the tableau.
It looks wrong!
Luckily, here at Truck Buttholes, we have a solution.
Balls and a butthole? You're a comedic genius.
Balls are aggressive, but the butthole is relatable.
Thanks, truck buttholes.
Truck Buttholes.
Notice you guys are looking at my truck nuts.
Truck buttholes.
Yeah, truck buttholes. To go with your truck nuts.
Go your truck nuts.
I know what I'm getting a whole bunch of people for Christmas.
Truck buttholes.
So
Genius.
yeah, I mean, whoever thought to have a hardcore show in Subway?
It's I mean, they used to play in the subway. What?
Makes it a bitch to order your sandwich.
I mean,
No, that's part of their new thing. Sing for your sandwich.
he's getting a turkey BLT. I want bacon, lettuce, and tomato, please. That's how I want my BLT.
Yeah,
I
sure.
like it.
So we are stopped on the Disneyland Railroad. We've been here for quite a while, and I've just been mesmerized by this animatronic because look, 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 look more, look. It's got a butthole. So we are stopped on the Disneyland Railroad. We've
Just
been
waiting
here
for it to
for a
shit.
while, and I've just been
Yeah,
mesmerized by this animatronic because look, 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 look more, look. It's got a butthole. So
Which-
we are
I
stopped.
just find that amazing. That
Look, it's on the front.
bowling cannon.
All right, so these.
Just wait for it.
Jesus Christ!
Nice throw.
I mean, they've got a whole wooden setup. I mean, like
Like a slingshot
with a crank and
Trebuchet.
magic. Yeah,
and
This is like an older version of like Cub Scouts for like adults or something.
I don't
know,
know.
those were
Hey.
kids.
No, I think they were Asians. I don't know that they were kids.
But I think first of all, the problem is the band is strapped high. Now it goes up into the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
'cause it's too-
they're just Asians.
Oh, okay. But if that were strapped lower,
They're just Asians.
Yeah,
That's just what they do for fun on a Friday night.
if they were strapped lower, like
Yeah.
mid slingshot, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, their aim was just a little bit off.
Yeah. Okay, launching a missile.
I once dated a girl with a twin. People asked me how I could tell them apart. Lisa painted her fingernails purple, and Bob had a cock.
DJs will put anything in between the drop.
Yeah, DJs will put anything before the drop. There's actually a whole series of these floating around.
My wife has a twin.
Does she?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she does.
I knew she had siblings. I've heard.
No,
of
but she has a legitimate twin.
Oh,
Has she
Who's
ever
the-
come over
she-
like when you weren't home? And when you got home, you accidentally slapped her on the ass when you walked through the kitchen?
Again, Eric has a dick. Erica is my wife. You know what I find odd though?
What's that?
I don't know why. Maybe you could pick it out of my brain.
Okay.
But Erica is spelled with a K.
Right.
Her brother Eric, spelled with a C. Seems kind of backwards to me.
Well, yeah.
Or like you would just put A on the end of.
Yeah, and like I never gave a second thought to your wife spelling Erica with a K because you've mentioned that she is of Latin descent, so she, being Portuguese and
Right.
and Puerto Rican, the K would make sense
Mhm.
for the way that those ethnicities would spell that.
Right.
Although that Eric with a K would typically lend itself more Germanic than not. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Strange,
thinking
right?
like
Isn't it?
of Viking descent when you spell it with a K.
Vikings is what, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Nordic, Viking. That's where they came from.
different.
There you go. So, you said Germanic. Germanic or Nordic, yeah. A lot of invasions and stuff. throughout
Right.
the
I was a lifeguard. I had one death the whole time. 3 months, one death. That's pretty good. It was a heart attack. It wasn't our fault, you know. Guy died of a heart attack at the top of a water slide. And that is not funny. That's not funny, even a little bit. The discussion on how to get him down appropriately. No, put yourself there. That's a lot of steps. There were 2 teams, the moralists and then people that kind of needed to get home. It was like a 5 in the afternoon death. What are we doing here, guys? Are we going to be here all night, or maybe one of us just does a little... But, you know, we decided you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. It was a double slide. He was a single rider. Rules, all rules. I was a lifeguard.
Moralists and the people that needed to get home. That's the first thing I would have thought.
Like,
especially 5 o'clock, park's closed or something like that.
yeah.
Ride's closed.
Gates are locked, right? Send him down.
And you don't even have to run water. You don't care.
Well, you don't want to get stuck.
That's true.
You got to lubricate those things.
Yeah, that'd be a lot more embarrassing as if he gets stuck in the tube on the way down.
No.
Imagine having to call like a second.
You know what's funny is the whole time he's telling that
emergency.
story. The whole time he was telling that story, I was thinking about like I guess what you would call a 1-layer slide, just a slide at the top. There's water, it goes down.
Right.
But the word tube reminds me that every water slide I've been on since the age of 16 has been a tube that takes you on some wild ride and abuses you in some way that if you don't do it right, you're gonna. Dude, I think it was at Kalahari in the Poconos. I went down this one. There's a drop, and when it hit the drop, I slammed my fucking head and was. I don't know if I was unconscious, but I woke up underwater. You know what I mean? I was underwater. I was like, whoa.
You lost time, and then you were under the water.
And I was under the water. So I quickly got to the top, which is amazingly deep. And then there was actually more slide to go down.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah, it was a nightmarish hellscape of my own design. But, you know, that's even funnier thinking about sending a corpse down one of them, like, serpentine tubes. Send them down the expert level just for fun.
It's like full weekend.
Can you imagine the photo that gets taken at at that one spot in the ride?
Well, that's what begs the question. If there's an auto fire camera that takes the picture, if you send the dead guy down that way, does the family get a copy of the picture?
Really?
You should to post at the funeral.
Right? And
I mean, I guess,
this was.
that guy couldn't
last
wait
ride.
2 fucking minutes to get on the slide to have his heart attack. You know what I mean?
Or have it on the way down, like a decent.
That's what I mean. If he'd had it on the way down, like, you know, problem solved.
Yep. Bastards.
Problem
I'm thinking drag that whole kiosk that they
always
have
have your
at
head
the
in the
park.
clouds when you're with your wife.
Never mind.
It might just rain beaver water. It is damn good water, though. On the can, it says it comes from the nether regions. It literally says, from the mountains of Beaver, Utah. The second you put this beaver to your lips, you'll be swept away to the nether regions of Utah, where all natural springs gush forth with some of the tastiest damn water on the earth. If you're like me, and you always have your head in the clouds when you're with your wife, it might just rain beaver water.
Apparently she never read that can.
Beaver water, that face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave her a $20 bill.
For what?
For anything. I don't care. Whatever it's for, but she can give me my money back if she ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Okay, were you planning to buy some drugs
Yes, I
or something?
was.
What kind of drugs were you wanting to buy?
Rock.
Rock.
Yes, I was.
You gave her $20 to buy.
I gave her $20. She gave me some plaster.
And now you want your $20
I
back
do.
because she didn't supply you with cocaine.
Well, if she shouldn't give me nothing, no plaster or nothing, she should have said no.
What's going on?
She come around here a while ago. There used to be some people that right over there that used to sell.
Yeah.
We was sitting out here on the porch in some church. So she said, y'all have anything to buy? I said, no, baby, we don't have nothing to sell. So she left one around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Then she come back 10 minutes later, holler, give me my money back up. No, you ain't bought nothing from here. Don't disrespect my child. This is my child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sell crack. I'm a prostitute.
I gave her a $20 bill.
I don't sell crack. I'm a prostitute.
Well, you know.
Get your story straight. I mean, she's got standards.
That's right. I don't sell drugs. I sell my ass.
I'll tell you something. That's the difference between a drug dealer and a prostitute. Prostitute can wash her crack and sell it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You told me that joke? My mom. All right, go ahead.
I trust I'm pronouncing that correctly. You've made your parents proud. Your father, Lika Madik, and your mother, who still goes by her maiden name, Munch Makuchi.
I love that he just completely lost it. Like he didn't know it was coming. It's the one and only time he broke character, apparently.
He probably knew it was coming. It's just so funny to him.
Oh, a good one.
Leak Madik.
Okay, say things in Philly. Say water.
Water.
What does she say? Say water.
Water.
What does she say? Water.
Water.
What's she saying? Say water.
Water. Yeah, water.
What'd she say? Water.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
It's like Downtown Abbey.
Yeah.
Okay, say things in.
But, yeah, I got to pick on the Philly accent.
Hey, let's get some water. Get some water ice. Ugh. Trash mouth. Trash mouth.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Why? It says press.
So you press a thing because it says press? You would not have survived the camps.
Why? It's.
Dude.
It says press.
Go ahead.
Why would they make it say
Press
press?
the arc button. Enjoy.
Nigger.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Yeah, I mean that's wild, right?
Think we broke Maddie. Yep, we broke Maddie.
I knew it would.
Every letter pronounced. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And that's all we have in the.
I don't know what could pass that. I mean, that's of course that's the note we're going to end this on.
That's the note.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what we had floating around in the Instagram side.
I was listening. There was a button, and Louis C.K. and another woman, and Louis was going to press the button. She tried to stop him. He did it anyway, and then it said that very offensive term.
It did.
I lost my mind.
Shocking! It's shocking.
It's not just the word. It's you know, you don't expect that to happen when you press a button, but
right.
The way it comes out so fluently, the word, you know, it's just
and not for nothing. For those listening, it appeared to be in an art gallery, and there were people all the way across the room looking at another art installation.
Yes.
And at the moment he pressed the button and it fired, they all stopped what they were doing and looked at him.
Fantastic.
Imagine having after walking through the museum after that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the setup because it kind of makes you think it's going to be anti-Semitic because she says, "Oh, you wouldn't have survived the camps."
Well, it's like, what could possibly happen? Like you're at an art gallery. What do you think? You think they can't hurt you? Like knives aren't going to shoot out of the fucking walls. You know what I mean? The floor's not going to drop out from under you.
But it kind of did.
But it kind of does. But not in a like. I wonder if you could sue for that. You know what I mean? But I mean, you would also think
Who put the button there?
you would also think that maybe like everybody else at the art gallery all the way over there had already experienced.
Maybe they already pressed the button.
They already pressed the button and gotten their surprise. And they all looked over at him.
Like, haha, you got one too.
Well, what else we got, man? Anything?
I don't have anything else planned. I can see if I can get into some of the other reels that we have because I have not gone into the Facebook reels and moved them around and put them where they belong as of yet. Oh, we just got a message from Big Daddy. I tuned in right as the R button segment video was playing, and I tried to call in because I'm still driving. Oh boy. I didn't even hear the phone ring.
Oh my God.
I didn't even hear the phone ring. So let's see if we can raise Big Daddy.
Why would anybody do that? That's so funny.
Hello.
Hey, Big Daddy, how you doing?
Pretty good. I was just tuning into the show during the R button segment.
Yeah, that was Louis C.K. He pressed a button on an art installation that was shocking.
I mean, if you didn't see
are y'all still taping?
Yes, you're live.
Okay.
You're live.
Awesome. So I won't drop the R word. So by way of update, the Forgetful Squirrels improv is still going long and strong, like Big Daddy. In addition to that, as will soon be released, but you are the first news outlet to be aware, Big Daddy is joining officially Wilmington, Delaware's oldest and longest running active improvisational comedy group known as Fearless Improv.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
I auditioned and I am officially a part of the improv group as well. So you'll be seeing me doing that as well over the summer and into the upcoming year. And that'll be at the Delaware Contemporary. More news to follow.
Wonderful. That's in the city of Wilmington, correct?
That is in the city of Wilmington.
Center
That
for
is
Contemporary Arts, Justison Street, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
So you're gonna have two improv troops?
That is correct.
You're an improv
Big
troupe
Daddy
whore.
is taken over.
You're an improv troupe whore.
I'm an improv troupe whore. I'm just selling my comedic body to the highest bidder.
That's what we used to call guitar
Right,
players
right,
that were in more than one band. We call them band whores.
You know what though? If you got the talent, spread that shit around.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
helicopter.
Absolutely.
So when does that start up?
Their season runs from September through April, so I don't know when the first show is going to be. But as soon as I know, the Media Virus podcast will be the first to know, and we'll be able to announce that to the rest of the world, because we are your trusted source for news
About
and knowledge chunks.
That's right. That's right. If you want knowledge chunks, you come to the Media Virus Podcast on the Media Virus Podcast Network. You get your news chunks at themediavirus.com. If you have if you have a news chunk that you'd like us to cover, you can reach us at 1-646-VIRUS-01 and tell us all about it.
I just got a news chunk a few minutes ago. I don't know if we covered it today. There was a Penn State professor that got in trouble. Is this ringing some bells?
No, I didn't hear about
This is news to me.
What do you have?
Penn State professor was charged with having sex with a dog out in the woods.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be a student.
So did I.
Yep. I sent that over to the news. So dropping live news information chunks for you listeners.
See if I can get to that story.
Breaking news.
We've got breaking news. Opening the link list as we speak.
And now, breaking news with Stanley McFadden, our BBC correspondent, and Professor Mike Latoris.
Penn State professor accused of committing sexual acts with an animal in a Pennsylvania state forest.
In a state forest, no less. Guy's
Because you
got
know
no
what?
class.
If you're going to bang a Pennsylvania Avenue as a Penn State professor, might as well be in a PA forest.
I mean, but was the dog of legal age? Is the question on everybody's mind.
As soon as I can get to the link with the information, I will let you know.
You want me to read some of this information?
Well, you're driving, so I'm going to.
That is true.
I'm going to let you drive, and I will pull it up. Just need to scroll.
That'd be a fun bit. Big Daddy reads news copy as he's driving.
And everyone ends with a car screeching, me screaming in silence.
Yes.
Here it is. Teacher. No, that's not it.
You want me to read it? Because I've got it up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the link from Big Daddy here. So why don't you you go ahead?
Penn State professor Temis Matsoukas accused of performing sexual acts with his dog. And they quote him, "I do it to blow off steam."
I just need to blow off steam once in a while. You know, I look at all these little kids with the tiny glasses and everything. I gotta fuck something, man.
Yeah.
All these sexy ass dogs running around. I got to blow off some steam. You know what I'm saying?
Now, a long-time award-winning Penn State professor allegedly performed sexual acts with his dog in sickening displays that were captured on a state forest trail camera. Temis Matsoukas, yeah, now on a trail camera. Matsoukas, 64, charged Tuesday after he was allegedly caught earlier this year naked from the waist down, except for socks and shoes, committing the perverted sex acts with his colleague near bathrooms at Rothrock State Forest in Pennsylvania. Matsoukas, who is on leave from the university, was identified through a North Face backpack he was carrying from an incident in April and also May, according to a criminal complaint cited by the Center Daily Times. He allegedly tried to record himself performing the lewd acts with an electronic tablet, according to the trail cam footage.
So he was trying to take his own pictures.
Right, yeah. Oh, God, that's sicko.
Wow.
After Matsukas was identified as the possible suspect.
Oh, this is
Rangers
so
from
cool. I'm going to
Pennsylvania-
want to videotape this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what always
after-
gets me. Like, why would people want proof of this shit?
Which
Laying
means
around.
he did it before, and he said to himself, "Damn, this was so hot. I need a video of this
so I can watch it later.
so I can watch it later."
So, have they released the pictures?
I don't think so.
Reach out to the Pennsylvania State Forestry Division. Pete, call him right now. Call him. Ask him if we could have the pictures. What if they sell them in the gift shop? That'd be great.
That's terrible.
You know what I mean?
No.
Dude, that would be their biggest. Let me tell you something. They could sell, dude, you could probably sell it for $1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy who owns the trail cam, I'm sure. I wonder if he made some backup copies of that.
He was 64.
What, this dude was 64 years old?
64 and fucking a dog.
Well, what was he a professor of? Animal husbandry? Hey! No, what was he? Seriously, what was he a professor of?
Hang on. I saw.
What's the punishment for fucking your dog in the state forest?
Apparently, he was wearing a ski mask while he did it too.
Oh,
So the Rangers were reportedly able to find the backpack and ski mask that was visible in April footage. They also saw a collie in his home that matched the dog in the video.
I mean, he was a collie.
He
He's
was
a good-looking
he was-
dog.
chemical engineering professor. Here it is.
let's
Dating back to 1991, receiving at least 3 teaching awards during his tenure. Yeah, he's been relieved of his responsibilities and is on leave.
Look,
His
man,
attorney is
we
quoted as
gotta
saying,
fire
"It would be inappropriate for me to make a comment at this time."
any comment I would have at this moment is inappropriate. Trust me.
Yeah, that's the inappropriate thing. So when people say, "Hey, that's a good-looking dog," every once in a while someone means it.
How's that? What's that song that goes whatever gives the dog a bone?
Knick knack, patty whack.
Knick knack,
Give the dog-
there it is. Knick knack,
Knick-knack,
patty whack.
rolling home.
Matsugas gave the dog a bone. That's terrible.
He's been charged with open lewdness, indecent exposure, and sexual intercourse with an animal, misdemeanors and summary charges of cruelty to animals and disorderly conduct. He allegedly has been taking part in lewd acts in the state forest since 2014.
Since 20, how do they know that? Do they have trail cams of this dude from 2014? Could you imagine thinking you're in the privacy of a state forest fucking your dog and there's people, sick fucking people taking pictures of you?
Can you imagine being a park ranger, detective, and you've spent 9 years trying to find the dog fucker?
And posters wanted for
Hey.
dog fuckery.
You know, this is like in the cop shows where they go to the grizzled old detective who retired without solving the biggest case.
It's the one case that ate at him.
Right.
It's the case that brought me up at night.
After 9 years of banging a dog, that's a relationship.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but listen, you can't fuck a 9-year-old dog. They're old. It's
And-
probably a different
You're
dog.
right. It's probably a different dog because, I mean, by the time they're 9, a collie's got some hip issues.
That's what I'm saying. It's really, dude. It's
Well,
really.
I'm
hard.
sure
Let me
this
tell you
dog's
something.
got some hip issues.
You got to have a complete lack of empathy to try to fuck a 9-year-old collie.
Like, this dog has hip issues and a blown out anus. Like, how big is this dog's ass got to be after 9 years of taking dick?
Maybe that's
Probably just walks and shits. It doesn't even know it.
I broke Mike.
It sounded like such a serious statement until you finished it. You've got to have a complete lack of empathy to fuck a 9-year-old collie. Oh. And what's even funnier is that's going to be a bumper someday.
Yeah, I know. This episode's full of
Probably
them.
sooner than you think.
Wow.
Oh, well, thanks to this guy for
Give us
doing
a
that. I
bumper.
mean, that took a lot of time.
Yeah,
You know,
9
for us-
years.
9 years.
9 years.
Oh my God. Can
Probably
you imagine just
9
the
years of whining and dining this dog.
I just imagined like this one detective's office with all the trail cam photos and string leading from like one photo to another.
It's like grainy footage leading from one string to the next. Every morning he comes in with a cup of coffee. He's like, "We got it. We're gonna catch this guy today."
He's just staring at some dude fucking a dog all day long. Like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Strung out after 9 years of not catching this guy.
The string leads from the picture of the guy, leads from his crotch to the dog's butt.
This is the one
And then he
case that
sees
made me
it.
think.
That one day he's got the backpack. Holy shit! Hold the phone. Is that an East Pack? I've got the dog fucker now.
I can't believe you did it. That was the one case that made me think about eating my service revolver. While looking at pictures of somebody fucking a dog for 9 years. Almost drove me crazy.
That Jansport blew it wide open.
It was hard to watch the footage when she was a puppy. Didn't land. I thought it was gonna land better than that.
No, interspecies pedophilia is just fucking sick, Matt. The fuck is wrong with you?
Please make that a bumper.
Oh.
Interspecies pedophilia.
Well, now we're going to be that show. You know, the one that talks about interspecies pedophilia.
Yeah, there's always one.
Hopefully only one.
For all of your interspecies pedophilia, your interspecies needs, dial 1646 virus 01.
646 virus 01.
Fucking need.
Call in and tell us about your puppy fucking adventures.
Tell us the breed of animal that you
Now forever, whenever I see a man walking into the woods with a dog, I'm gonna think,
Oh, crap.
fuck that dog.
Is there a trail cam in
Like,
there?
I'm just taking it for a walk, I swear. Like, okay.
What he's really going to be thinking is there a trail cam in there?
Start setting up trail cams in the woods around my house. See if I can catch some. I guess, I mean, if you think about it, if you want to fuck an animal, dog's probably the easiest one to fuck. Because I've tried to fuck a cat. That's really hard. Can't really do it.
They're too bendy.
Especially if they haven't been declawed. It's you're taking your life into your hands. It's a joke. I've never tried to fuck a cat.
Years ago in Hustler, there was they used to have the little cartoons that would be a little corner at the bottom of the page. And there was one with a cat tied 5 points into it in a doorway, and the guy standing there like Donald Duck, and all he's got on is his shirt. He's picked up the phone and says, "Oh, nothing, just fucking the cat."
Oh, all right. Well, I think we've made all the.
That joke never lands when you tell it on the phone. What are you doing? No, nothing. Just fucking the cat.
Fucking the cat.
What? It's a cartoon I saw years ago. Bygones.
I thought, be one of those things. It's funny. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm fucking the cat. Cat is not small enough to require duct tape.
Okay.
So you know.
Thank you.
The more you know.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Wasn't
He's
me.
making a face like he farted and doesn't know where it came from. That.
There it is again.
It could be me. I don't know. It could be one of my cords too close to one of the other cords that it shouldn't be close to. I don't know.
Fascinating.
You know, because I've got this high dollar Chinese soundboard over here.
No, it's funny. You're making jokes. Dude. I got the same thing.
I know you do.
I'm the one that told you to get it.
I'm only
It works
kidding.
fucking great for me.
It does. It works great.
Right?
I told my friend about it earlier today. She was asking about equipment for a podcast. I said, well, here, get the same one that I got. Me and my friend both use this, and it does the job.
That's right. Especially if you're doing Zoom. It's great for Zoom, and it's great for a virtual setting like this one.
Yes.
All right. So stop fucking shitting on it, or I'm gonna.
So have
High
you heard
quality sound
anything from
effects.
the boys over at Bar 13? I know they were looking for someone to consult on their podcast. They were having sound issues, last I heard.
Oh,
The podcast?
My understanding is they were trying to start one and they were having some sound issues.
Huh.
They've been doing one for a little while, and I don't know, or they started to do another one.
I don't know. Dean said he was aware of it, and he said somebody told him they were having some sound issues. I said, hey, send them my way. I'll consult.
There you go.
Just haven't heard anything. So. All right.
We should do a cross promo with them.
Absolutely.
That makes sense because we're all Delaware and whatnots.
Yeah. Yeah. Promote the in-state stuff.
That's right. Well, I think we've smacked our dicks around long enough.
Yeah, I mean, they could say things like, hey, you could reach out to the Media Virus Podcast at 1-646-VIRUS-01. That's 1-646-VIRUS-01. You could go to their website at themediavirus.com. You could email them. You could try PML or Maddie or Pete or JTT at themediavirus.com as the email address that you use. Or you could just go to wherever you get your podcast and find the Media Virus Podcast and get it every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when the A, B, and C blocks come out.
Very, very good.
They could say
All right.
that. Like
They
I
could
did.
say that. Would they say that though?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Because I'd be happy to tell everybody that listens to us about Bar 13. But I digress.
There you go.
Thank everybody for coming and listening to us. On behalf of Big Daddy, Grease Monkey Pete, and our fearless leader, Matty Rockdeff, I'm Professor Mike Latoris, coming from to you live, high atop Uncle Butch Studios. This has been the Media Virus Podcast, episode 136. We'll be back next week with our 137th iteration, and we'll see you then.
Gooch this a little closer to myself.
I know, Pete, you hate that bumper, don't you?